By Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Wall.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Now it's headed down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Aaron Gordon is progressing as a shooter. He said, what I've done is connected my three, my pull-up, and my free throw. They're all the same shot now. I'm going to keep trusting my skill, and eventually it'll all come together. With my motor, I feel like whatever I'm doing out there, I can just keep going and going. Kevin?
Tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. Chris, tonight, two offenses that love to slow it down and then set it up. What was your favorite half-court play, for instance?
Oh, wow. Well, for me, it's a play called turn 4 or 5. And depending on if I was the 4 or the 5, that means that you have a guard come out. He spins out. He comes out on the wing, and he throws it into you. And then it's your job to go to work or to find a double team. So it's almost like being that point forward off the box. So any play that was called for myself in the half court, was my favorite play.
Right, I can see the play in my mind right now as you're describing it, actually. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Wagner, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Doc, and it's Isaac in at the 3, the small forward.
You better be careful around Wall. He loves hounding the opposition. He's excellent at coming up with steals.
Here is Doc. Vucevic trying to get open. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Orlando shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
That's good from Doc. So it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Wizards. The pass to Hachimura. Left side, Brown. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. Vucevic with the rebound. Here's Orlando now. It's stolen by Brown. One-on-one here. Shoots. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Fultz. Banked in off the glass.
And the talent Fultz has, it's evident. He's terrific at finding ways to score close to the basket.
And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
Doc the pass to Gordon. And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Wagner. 8 points his last outing. Dishes it to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Beal in the corner. And just miss after miss right now. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Gordon. Vucevic trying to get open. And it's Gordon missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brown wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
Here is Doc. He's covered by Beal. Vucevic, and they pick up 2.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the Ds.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Wagner. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Ryan is checked in for Wagner. Bertanis comes in for Hachimura. Smith checked in for Brown. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for John Wall. Now here's Napier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Smith surveying the D. Outside Bryant. Here's Napier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower-paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
The Magic shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Napier passes to Beal. Shoots over Fournier. Tries again. And Bryant with the lay-in.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Zeller with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Outside Fournier. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. And the dunk by Zeller.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offense.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Cody Zeller. Gordon comes in for Mohamed Bamba. Doc, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Fulton for Augustine. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Doc is out there with Fultz. And it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Doc in the last outing against the Nets played superb basketball. He finished with 14 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It was a great combination for a guy who's considered to be more of a role player for this team. We'll see what he can bring to the table tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
No, I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the floor.
Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Schrempf. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
The putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Wizards trail by 10. That's tipped. Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Mahimi. Pass to Hachimura. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And it's Brown missing.
And he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
Here's Gordon. Rebound, Washington. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
Vucevic dishes to Gordon. Pass to Doc. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And that one drops for him.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. I mean, the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Mahimi kicks to Wall. That's in, and that's his fourth basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, his field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Doc. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Vucevic. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. That one is no good.
Yeah, Kevin, and it didn't happen overnight, but it's clear that Bradley Beal is a franchise player. I mean, he's worked on his game year to year, and now he's a superstar in this league. There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Doc, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
The Magic have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That free throw good from Doc. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 10. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Out to the wing. Here's Napier. And the 3 off target. And so it's Orlando with a 10-point lead. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Washington. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Brown, and it's Wagner in at the center, filling out the middle. Volts kicks to Isaac. Vucevic up top. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Doc. Right side, Gordon to the right side. 3 on the clock. The 10-footer. Fultz, no good. Wizards trail by 8. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Brown, good.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss him.
Here is Doc. He's got 7. Isaac passes to Vucevic. Vucevic gets double-teamed, and it's blocked, but he stays with it. And it's Gordon finishing it off. Wizards shooting about 42% so far. And there's the pass to Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Well, you can't give Beal these lanes. I mean, when you do, he's great at exploiting them.
Magic leading by 5. Fultz the pass to Doc. Now, here's Isaac. He's covered by Beal. Out left to the wing. Now, here's Fultz. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. Second chance shot. Yes, that goes in.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Murray's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Fournier comes in for Doc. And Michael. And Washington has possession. It's a 13-point game. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
We've got Evan Fournier, Cody Zeller out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's Doc in at the 2. That's who's out there for Orlando. Wall passes to Wagner. Shoots over Fournier. Wagner, good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here is Doc. Napier covering. Doc the pass to Zeller. Makes it off the glass. Zeller's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
He has great body control for a big man. Zeller takes the hit, but keeps on finishing.
Down low, the dish to Beal. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And at times, Chris, reporters have talked about a rift between Beal and Wall. But you know what? Beal has nothing but great things to say about his backcourt mate.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, Bill has said himself that he believes a lot of his success is due to Wall. I mean, Bill's production with Wall sideline flourished. I mean, but Bill would much prefer to have Wall by his side.
Free throw good, Beal. Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now, oh, man, two of my favorite passes in the game.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Pass to Isaac. And here's Vucevic. Over Wagner with the fadeaway. Vucevic with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 13.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there. He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
Isaac passes to Vucevic. Zeller trying to free himself up. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys.
He'll shoot 2 here. The 6th pick back in 2017. 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Troy Brown's checked in for Shabazz Napier. Vucevic, no good. Shot missing. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And it's Beal in the corner. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Beal's got 10 points in just the second half. Here is Doc. He's covered by Beal. And the basket by Gordon.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thank you, David. Magic moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Magic lead by 13. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's Wall with the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Look, you can't allow Wall to get a lane to the rim. He's too fast.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're in front by 11. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
It's Beal on the wing. It's three-pointers off the mark. And Vucevic has got the ball here for Orlando. Passes it to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Magic.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Vucevic.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Wall passes to Bertens. And it's Beal in the corner. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by Vucevic. Picked away. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
That's my dude. Let's do it.
Okay, great. Follow me.
Thank you.
That's the great thing about this league. It's constantly changing. So just look at all of those so-called unicorn picks. You know, guys like Durant and Porzingis and Zion and Simmons and Embiid and Luka. Giants who can play like point guards. Big men who can rain threes.
Shoot the rock, big fella.
Yeah, so don't be so sure you know what's going to happen in the future. You know, everyone thought you had to have a Curry a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now, you got to have a big guy who can shoot. Or maybe not. The league is unpredictable, and that's something we should all be thankful for.
Strong agree, Hank. Change keeps things fresh.
Yep. You know what else is fresh?
The banger we're about to play for our listeners.
Absolutely right on, Hornet. Time to play some more music. This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Orlando Magic.
Get hip or get stung.
Yeah.